Staring at the screen, the colors spin. Just a wait screen, where do I begin? This isn't a show, it's just a delay. Still here you are, you decided to stay. It's not a movie, ain't no special guest, just a wait screen, not the very best. Yet you're glued, anticipation's high for the stream to start. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Yes, it's late, we'll be starting soon. In this digital world we croon for the content we've yet to see. On a wait screen, stuck in reverie. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Patience is a virtue, they say, but this wait screen's making you sway to a tune only time can keep. As you watch, half awake, half asleep. Oh, the seconds tick, but the fun's on hold. The wait screen's tale is getting old. But just hang tight, don't click away. The show will start, come what may. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense for the content we've yet to see. On a wait screen, stuck in reverie. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Patience is a virtue, so they say, but this wait screen's making you sway to a tune only time can keep. As you watch, half awake, half asleep. Oh, the seconds tick, but the fun's on hold. The wait screen's tale is getting old. But just hang tight, don't click away. The show will start, come what may. Wait screen's tale is getting old. But just hang tight, don't click away. The show will start, come what may. Staring at the screen, the colors spin. Just a wait screen, where do I begin? This isn't a show, it's just a delay. Still here you are, you decided to stay. It's not a movie, ain't no special guest. Just a wait screen, not the very best. Yet you're glued, anticipation's high for grim to start. Oh my, yes, it's wait screen, we'll be starting late. In this digital world that we create for the content we've yet to see. On a wait screen, stuck in reverie. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's always screen, you know the rest. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's always screen, you know the rest.
It's half an army.
Oh,
We're not going now. We're
We're just starting.
We're
This,
doing
it's fine if we're starting. I mean, nope. Okay.
In
Classic
the grim
Dickie.
dark future, there's no time for fun. But when the day's battles are said and done,
3 years.
John,
That's my
Danny,
first
and
time, right?
Dickie are here for a
3
laugh.
years.
In a galaxy torn,
Hey, now you're
they're
just
the
rubbing
ones with
it
the
in,
craft.
John.
It's grim after dark, where the bolters spark. Where
36
dread
months would be
knights
rubbing
stab
it in.
Thank
and
goodness
orcs
no one
embark.
watches.
Tune in, grab a pint, and don't be late for Tales of Heresy.
This show's not making it back, I'll tell you
And a
that.
healthy debate.
I'm playing MCP on some. Oh,
Right. None of our microphones are ever muted during the
No,
intro.
it's
Okay.
live and in color.
Live the
Whatever.
whole day. So yeah,
It is
buddy,
what it is,
welcome to
guys.
Grim After
Yeah.
Dark, Warhammer 40,000 I was gonna say primary show. It was like premiere entertainment experience. I'm your host, John, joined of
Premiere.
course by Daniel J. McDevitt, Esquire the Third, and Tech
like
Priest
Adobe
Dickie.
Premiere.
Tech Priest fucked
Yeah.
up the intro.
Ideally, you'll have a license and pay us monthly, but most likely you're just pirating us.
He's fucking left. He turned off
Oh,
his camera and left.
He didn't pay
Oh, my
us.
camera's out. What the?
Yeah. He pushed,
All right,
he
hold
pushed
on.
the camera
Hold
button.
on. We'll be
Everything
back.
is fine. Everything is going great.
Okay, they can hear you. You're fine.
I'm happy with the progress of the show. Excited that I switched my
Hey.
alcohol to green tea. This is the great. What a week to quit drinking.
You quit drinking the week before you went to Vegas, or your
Four
detox
LVO?
before Vegas? Yeah.
I quit drinking December 23rd, I think, somewhere around those. Christmas week, I stopped.
Wow. Congratulations, man.
Congratulations.
Buddy is going out the window this weekend, but then after that, probably back in. Because, you know,
Fair enough.
I did comment Frontline Gaming released the layout for the Las Vegas Open, a small casual event happening this weekend. And I was very impressed by their bar per step. It's quite high. There's a bar in the vendor hall this year.
Hmm.
Oh, that's nice. That
Yeah.
way you can drink and shop.
Yep, that's for sure. And that Games Workshop line, it gets long. So I won't mind standing in the back of it if it's beside a bar.
Oh, I'm gonna have so many things for you to buy me if there's a Games Workshop.
Oh
shop.
yeah, buddy. Send that on. I can't pay you in cash, but I can pay you in paid shipping and models.
Friendship.
That's
Not worth that much.
why devalue it more than I had already?
Fantastic.
You just
But-
think of me every time you play a game and you pull containment or assassinate and marked for death turn 1, you thank me. All right.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. As I will continually remember every time I pull assassinate or bring it down, how thankful I am that I'm not bringing that terrible Chaos Knight list that I took to the last GT. Pro gamer tip: if you're playing knights, don't take 5-character knights. Generally, that's a good way to lose like 30 points before you've even started.
Generally.
Because people just took bring it down and assassinate.
Good players did. And I'm like, okay, here's a question. There was a round. My opponent chose to just take tactical instead of fixed. And I didn't say, hey, if you take these two, you're just going to max points. Good sportsmanship, bad sportsmanship.
You did or did not tell them that?
I did not.
Oh yeah, dude. You're not required to like put your dick on the table so they can cut it off, John.
Yeah, you don't have to play
Well,
the game. For
I'm
them,
not talking about genital mutilation here. I'm talking about letting them know. Yeah.
Look, I saw what your results were at that event.
Still was pretty genitally mutilated. Yeah. But I am registered for the Las Vegas Open. I'm teamless, which I think is the first time. This is now 2 events in a row. The
Dang, dude.
teamless.
You don't want to register a team?
I'm lone wolfing it. And we'll figure out the team thing later.
Hmm.
Yeah, you
We
can
should come up with a team.
We should.
We should.
I was going to put Grim After Dark, but that seems really like masturbatory.
Productive.
You
know what that is? That's like me handing out those business cards at the start of every game.
Oh well, now I want to do it because that was pretty funny.
You could be an honorary stutter scrub.
I don't know. I'm not Canadian enough anymore. I do live a 3-hour drive away from the border.
Pretty Canadian.
Pretty Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can follow along on Best Coast Pairings. Last name QUENNELL. Social security number.
Double N, double L. That's the important part.
Double N, double L. Yeah. As I take Chaos Knights to the biggest casual event in the world, as we titled this episode, because I think we decided last week, Danny, Dickie, it's just a giant casual event, and that's not a bad thing. Baby bird got to leave the nest at some point. Yeah, you're right. We got it. We got to get out there.
Baby bird got to leave the nest.
Oh,
so yeah, I think that this is
young and fragile.
That was my first LVO experience without Danny. Understandably,
sorry, man. I wish I was going with you.
Understandably, has a grown-up job now. Dickie has post-traumatic stress disorder from being in that building in Vegas.
If I go to the backstage, I may throw up. Yeah,
dude, for real. I haven't been back since then. To be quite honest with you,
this is my first year back
so hard during that. It was
a hard week. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm taking my beautiful. My list is very simple. It's just I think the Tom Pawnee coined Unga Bunga list.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful title because now I love list names. This will probably be a bit in next week's thing, or where people's list names are like next tier, next level right now. So mine right now is, does everyone have their accountability buddy? And my list is just 5 brigands, 5 carnivores, and a lancer.
Yeah.
And in my best socialist voice, a brigand for every carnivore and a carnivore for every brigand.
Now, who is the Lancer's accountability buddy?
Oh, so all knights are equal, but some knights are more equal than others. If we want to continue this theme rolling in,
he's the Stalin of your army.
He is. Well, he's called Niche because he's named after our superstar executive producer Nick Horton, who was supposed to be going and is really bummed that he can't go anymore. Partially because his home state is on fire right now, which
that's a bummer.
It'll be interesting to see how that affects attendance because there's quite a few people unable to attend right now, and a lot of calls for Frontline to just refund their tickets. Because I think we're also at a point where they don't have power or phone lines. So, yeah, it's going to bum out of the show entirely by reminding people.
Way to wreck it like 5 minutes in.
Yeah. Checked myself before I wrecked myself. Danny, you before we were coming on air, and you remembered where mics are live all the time during that intro. You have an MCP event this weekend? We can touch on that.
Yeah, so I'm playing in 2 different tournaments this weekend. I'm playing first in a 40K escalation tournament, which is kind of a friendly casual thing because that's all we run here apparently. And then
I got something for that. You got some.
Do you have a sound effect?
I do.
Okay, hold on. I'm waiting. I'll wait for you to do your sound effect and then I'll move on. Yep, that's right. That's correct.
Yeah.
Josh Neal retracting messages. Get out of here, dude.
What is happening?
I'm going to moderate that and unretract it.
Yeah, can we unretract that message? Stat?
What a perturabo behavior.
I'm putting you in timeout, Josh,
geez,
for 10 seconds.
The problem is we gave
Danny all right, so
for the benefits of the many hundreds of you.
So it's an escalation tournament. We start at 1,000, then we do a 1,500 point round, and then we do a 2,000 point round. So at least I'll get to play one game that'll be 2,000 points, and I'm excited about that part.
Now, does it have the bullshit rule where your 2,000 points has to include your 1,500 points, which has to include your 1,000 points?
Yes.
You got to be strategic.
That's what escalation means, John.
Maybe in America.
Anyway, so the other event that I'm going to play in is a Marvel Crisis Protocol tournament. That's on Sunday. So I'm going to do a back-to-back Saturday-Sunday type deal, which is very nice. I haven't really been able to do that in a while. And it'll be good to throw down some MCP characters that I've been kind of gradually collecting but never put on the table. So that'll be fun.
Is the MCP event a casual event as well?
I don't think so. I think this is a all out brawl. Last time I brought, what if I just played a list that was 3 Thors, and that was fun. But this time I think I'm going to play with Mephisto because
You had what, like Lady Thor, Beta Ray Bill?
Yeah,
Nice.
that's exactly correct.
Nice. I was in my head. I was like, who would 3 Thors be?
Yep, and then also sometimes Sif because that was fun, or Loki, also fun. Anyway, it was a good time.
Anyway, comment of the week, which we're still going to say is brought to us by our friends at Frontline Gaming. There's a link in the chat.
Good. He wants to be nice because he's going there this week.
I have to see their faces this weekend. Yeah, oh, that's great. I do. Yeah, brought to you by our amazing friends at Frontline Gaming, who run just the best tournaments in the world. Buy our stuff at a 15% discount using the link below in the show notes. And that kicks cash back a little bit our way, so we can just give it back to Frontline for more event tickets.
I don't
this
know
week
actually, yeah,
comes from last week's very appropriately titled show. Thanks for that title, Dickie. Where Bulldozer says, "Holy shit, that comment about narrative players is so on point. I could like to call them toxic casuals." Danny, what is a toxic casual?
Well, a toxic casual, or as I like to refer to them, a CAC, casual at all costs, is the type of person that is willing to sacrifice enjoyment of the game to enforce their vision of how the game should be played.
Like that, enforcing the vision. Yeah, and they're the worst players to play against.
Well, you see, I thought a CAC was something else, but thanks, Danny, for clearing that up.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
But yeah, it's kind of, I think what makes it really bad is the visualizations they have. So they see clearly in their head how they want the game to go and what they need to do, but sadly they're unable to make that happen. It's sort of like, I can pick up a guitar and I can be like, man, I'm going to play the shit out of the Beatles right now, but I can't play a guitar. So I'm going to be very sad and disappointed and angry. And that's kind of where it's at there. And then, yeah, thanks, Danny. Johan now scared of deleting or adjusting messages
of my intense moderation. It's, believe me, moderation. It's just Josh N. No one else.
Just Josh N. Take that for that Iron Cage, bitch. Oh, moving on. And then now we have our wonderful Only Hands recap.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun again. Danny, did you saw the intro, right?
Yeah, I did.
And the intro, it's my new favorite thing. The backup name we called, if people complained about it too much, by the way, was Just Hand Stuff, which I think
people complained about that.
Well, some other YouTuber who's much more popular and bigger used it for a couple of streams, but he didn't make a logo. And he didn't make a cool intro
song, and he only did one show with it at all. So
who gets to lay claim to it after one show?
Exactly.
Yeah, Hellstorm Mikey.
Oh, that figures.
That's what we need to do, is just say very inflammatory things about a person we never think we're going to talk to, and then forget about it until he's on our show and calls us out about it.
First of all, I don't care if we talk to him or not. I'm still going to say inflammatory things about him because I can. This is America, John.
The Iron Saint is correct. There was a little talk of feet during the show.
There was too much talk of feet during the show.
Sorry.
We touched on reborn babies during the show. That took up a surprising amount of time.
Yeah, I tried to get away from that conversation, but you were laser focused on it.
Can we talk about that?
My feet.
Oh, for God's sake.
What that?
What do you mean by reborn babies?
Oh, so this is a whole tangent. I'm gonna try and keep it brief, because in our little 40K show we've been doing for 20 minutes now, we've already talked MCP and other stuff. But reborn babies, you know how real dolls are like,
damn it,
silicone replacement women for adult purposes.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. We can stop there. Yeah, I know totally. The newborn dolls that are like very extremely lifelike.
Yeah, and then people take them to the store and dress them and treat them like real children.
Yeah,
yeah,
like dogs.
Yeah. It's a little bit of feet, and then I did ruin it at the end with a bit of face cam from this angle here, but with no green screen. I won't do that again. Not because I have an awful face, but that is slightly part of it. But because it keeps the mystique of the hands. But I worked on painting my Lancer.
What are you talking about? The mystique of the hands. What are we doing today, John? What is
mystique of the hands? You would have known on Saturday, sir, if you didn't have
inch. Like what is it's
if you weren't concerned about spending quality time with your family and not ditching your wife at the slightest opportunity, you would know. But yeah, so I managed to get a really good start. My Lancer, I got it finished on Sunday. I got it finished to a point where it's tabletop or battle ready. And then I'm going to go back next couple of months and add tentacles and chaosy shit like that. But it's ready right now. And Dickie, what'd you work on?
I built a demon prince. He's so the different feet. So we have a hoof and a clawed feet.
Yep.
Because that's what chat wanted. Thanks, chat.
He regretted it as soon as he did it. It was great.
Yeah. And then
he has one hoof and one claw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One clawed foot. Yeah.
Talon.
Yeah. He's a dynamite. That was a fantastic kit. I wish I could build a whole bunch more of those kits. They're really good.
Yeah. Luckily, probably give it a couple months. A 3 Demon Prince list is probably going to be real good.
You know, Dickie, you can run 6 Demon Princes, can't you?
You can.
Yeah. You just
I'm okay with
like the will.
Anecdotal, yeah.
Anecdotal. False. Wrong.
False.
But yeah, that was also in our only hands.
Yeah.
This is another thing here. Boom.
Yeah.
It's delete it. It's time for a community dumpster.
Dumpster of community.
Yeah, I don't have any music, so I just did the
little air horn action.
Yeah, the community dumpster air horn action. And that slide isn't lined up at all, but that's okay. We're gonna live with a little white line beside my head. Danny, please explain this major kill video.
Wow.
So this is a major kill video. It says, "Are you gay if you like the Eldar? Warhammer 40,000 important lore."
Now, Dickie, is this the kind of SEO interaction you keep on yelling at me about for our titles?
Yes, but also no. I think you kind of are, though, in answering the question. But also, I don't think we should do that. So yes.
So what's gay about Eldar, Dickie? Why don't you kind of explain? Why don't you unpack that a little bit?
Why don't you dig yourself down a little bit more?
No, Eldar is a fine race. I'm excited to play their dumb broken rules when they get them, and I'll praise the Eldar gods.
Kane.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, or
Isha. I don't know. Yeah. It depends on what you're.
Okay, now you're
Isha. I think it's Isha. Yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah, it's fine.
Or Vol.
Dickie, do you think the Eldari Codex will be released in June?
No, I think it's going to be released like relatively soon.
Pretty soon.
Pretty soon? We don't think we're going to do a pride thing with it? You don't think that's where Major Kill was going?
No, I don't think so. I think he's just legitimately asking the question.
I just don't think he likes Eldar players. That's my takeaway from that.
Why is
like Dickie doesn't either.
Why does it Eldari get this rap?
John, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of reasons why Eldar get this rap. The first of all is a lack of player skill. I think people who suck at the game don't like Eldar very much, and they feel like it is offensive to play against. And I think that it seems lame to like maybe not want to fight head on all the time. Like just throw my force in the middle of the table and like hope that some of my shit lives. But like as a consummate Eldar player, sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. And you have to win. And people don't like that. People want you to throw your weak models in the middle of their army so they can shoot them or melee them to death without any repercussions to their own. And I reject that concept wholeheartedly.
I have never had more fun at Warhammer than the time I ran Max Dire Avengers and Ezerman. But I also have never felt like I was running such a bullshit swingy list as the time I ran Max Dire Avengers and Ezerman. Because it was just maximum, well, they don't die. It was broken. It's a 4+. I don't know what to tell you, but 50-50 chance this game sucks for you. Yeah. But I think it's like one of those things where like there's just a lot of like historical resentment, I guess, towards Eldari. about being a pretty powerful faction a lot of the time. But it's hard because you really have to make them pretty good in order for it to be lore appropriate.
Here's my complaint.
Okay.
Space Marines are equally good for the same amount of time that Eldar are good. So why do Eldar get the hate? And I think it kind of revolves around that play style, because like they're just like, well, we do things that no other army in the game gets to do, and people don't like that. They're like, no, you shouldn't have fun things. You should only like big smashy things and fists. Those are the things that you should like.
Have you considered that Sigma Marines are just, or our Space Marines are just alpha males? And
then I'd argue Eldar are the Sigma males of 40K, because they reject the concepts that are put forward by alpha males and beta males and follow their own path as Sigmas. True Sigmas.
Don't they sit back and watch a lot, so you could say they're cucking the galaxy?
I think that they do cuck the galaxy quite often, and maybe that's why people don't like them, because they're sick of getting cucked.
It makes them realize things about themselves that they don't like.
Man, I'm excited for the AI short set of this. This is gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm excited for the misspellings that it does.
Oh man, they're great.
Yeah, this is my favorite part of it. People call it, so you don't even know how to spell it. It's like, buddy, it's a robot.
Change it. The AI won't even let me change it, so I can't even fix it. I was like,
that was the next tier up.
Yeah.
Here we go. A quick tier. It's not using our quality tier list system, but it's list of the Primarchs, and it's listed on
the bottom. Okay, go ahead.
How likely they are to be bullied based on their name in a school setting. So actual names wouldn't be bullied. Is Magnus, Curse, Khan, and Vulcan. Fairly unlikely to be bullied if they only use nicknames: L. Johnson, Mortarion, Guilliman, and Perturabo. Not in good old America with names like Hunter or Forrest would be Horus, Alfarius, Russ, and Corax. Pretty person privilege is Sanguinus and Fulgrim. Baffled or bullied because religious minority would be that Dick Lorgar.
What a shame.
Bullied because of autism and strange name would be Ferris and Dorn. And suicide police officer would be Angron.
Perturabo needs to go right down in that list too. And so does the Lion. So like, let's get real here.
If there was a kid in your school who went around calling himself the Lion.
Toast.
That is his name. His name is Lion. His first name is Lion.
Lionel? It's the Lion.
That kid's getting bullied for sure.
I get that suicide by cop down there too. Oh no. I liked it was a dumb tier I found.
Ferris Manus, though, is like such a bad name. Like it's almost as bad as Corax. Like seriously.
Corvus Corax. You could tell they were feeling it at the start, and they were like, yeah, Horus Lupercal. Fuck, love it. Robuti Guilliman. Oh god, so good. I don't know, like Ferris what? Manus. Sure, whatever.
Iron Hands. Get it? It's a joke.
And then they're like, we got 2 more to do. I'm like, shit, just make them lost or missing. I'm not naming any more of these guys. That's where the 2 legions went. Danny, what are we looking at?
This is a meme. It shows a picture of Principal Skinner from The Simpsons looking down on someone with dramatic lighting with the caption "pathetic," and the above caption says Warhammer fans when their faction leader, in parentheses head of government, can't blow up a tank with their bare hands. Pathetic.
Yeah.
And that's true.
What translating that to the real world, Vladimir Putin, what's he doing to blow up a tank with his bare hands?
Nothing. He's garbage. He's pathetic, dude.
Who is the weakest faction leader in 40K?
Was GSC just Tyranids though?
Well, it would be like named characters, right?
Oh, okay.
So
GSC doesn't have any named characters, so we can't really pick them, I feel like.
Yeah. The weakest, it can't be Necrons. They're so cool.
It's definitely not Necrons.
Is it
not any faction I like?
Not any faction I like.
No, yeah, it can't be any faction I like. It could be Eldar, honestly, because I guess it depends on who you choose as the faction leader. Are you picking like, I don't know. I guess I would pick Eldrad probably as a faction leader for Eldar.
But he's
He can't
literally
blow up a
like
tank.
stone.
He used to be able to blow up a tank, but he can't anymore. I'll tell you who can blow up a tank, John.
that?
Lion L. Johnson. He may be bullied.
Fucking guy. He may be bullied.
Pathetic.
That's why he
Bullied
beats up
tank.
tanks, because he was bullied in school.
Maybe that's why he can blow up a tank. Dickie, can your faction leader blow up a tank?
Yeah, Evan Ready can.
Abaddon?
Angron.
Oh, Angron. Oh, you're playing World Eaters now?
Angron could.
I've always been a World Eaters lover. It just I haven't really touched them too much in 10th edition, sadly. But yeah,
To be
You
fair,
were-
Abaddon could blow up a tank pretty
Abaddon
easily
can beat
too.
the shit out of a tank. Yeah.
Yeah.
You learn to love World Eaters at the same place Seth learned to love orcs. When it's meta viable for you to love
Oh,
them.
you son of
Yes.
a bitch.
Precisely.
This one here is just playing literally any faction in 40k and shaking my head the whole time so the people in the game store know I disagree with them. Danny, have you caught yourself doing that before?
Absolutely. I look at people's armies and I go, like, it's that literal, like, Principal Skinner meme. I'm just like,
Pathetic.
Oh no, he pulled back so far.
Yeah.
well, I could go back further, dude, but I'm not going to.
Was there ever a time when you look down at your opponent's army and you just severely kind of, oh god, what words, or you look at your opponent's army and you're like, man, pathetic, I'm going to trash this list, and then you just got absolutely slammed?
Yes. Oh, so many times.
That's never happened to me.
Really?
No. Because I've never lost to Space Wolves, first of all.
Ow.
Second of all, no, actually, that's not true. I've lost one game to Space Wolves, and I sat down at that table and was like, "Oh, I might lose this game." Like, honestly, because it was when wolves were real.
So Dickie, you've had some pre-game arrogance, some PGA.
Yeah.
What do you think is the
As you
cause
do.
of it?
Or upbringing. I don't know. I think it's just when I look at things and they just don't have like a gravitas, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this this army, and then it just like dances around me, elves, like little like fairy people, and then I can't.
So you could say, in other words, Dickie, that you were outplayed.
You could, or I could say they were a chicken and they didn't want to have
I found, like, early on when I started playing comp events, I would be like, oh yeah, I got this. And the only reason I thought that was because I
In
had
fact,
no
did not.
I had no idea how the actual interactions worked. So now when I go to the table and I see weird units, I'm like, why did you take that? That's the question I ask now. I don't ask what something does, because my brain's going to turn off.
You take that?
Like, why'd you take that unit?
That's a boss move right there.
And then they're like, oh, because they do this cool thing. And I'm like, all right, cool. Now I know to look out for that. Whereas I just feel it's like a little bit more. There's some really depressing conversations, like when you get to the end of a GT or a major and you're like lower tables and your opponent comes up and he's just beaten down from the weekend.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, what bullshit do you have? Like, what, or something like that. You're like, well,
What's
buddy,
this shit?
what is this shit?
What is this
Uh,
shit?
But yes, I've shaken my head several times. Danny, this is what this one made me think of you.
Oh,
Did you make this for me, John?
No, it made me think of you though when I saw it.
that's nice.
It's called Potential Man.
Hmm.
And it describes the Necron faction. So we'll go through these point by point. And we're going to go have Necrons. They have the best tech in the galaxy. Please ignore the glaring flaws written into the core of the faction. What are those glaring flaws?
Well, I mean, the insanity, I would say, and the reduction of the self that Necrons experience.
Weird.
Necrons would steamroll the setting if they all woke up.
True.
The Silent King is single-handedly holding back the Tyranids, but off-screen.
Probably not.
He's a little busier now that he's surrounded by floating tanks. at every opportunity. But yeah, it's pretty new. Did you see how they closed the Eye of Terror in that Bifka 2 ending?
No, because I haven't played that game, but that tracks.
That tracks. Imagine if Trazen released X into the galaxy. Danny, what would Exhibit do in modern Warhammer 40,000?
First of all, it's DMX, and he gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
I got my rappers mixed up. How dare I? Our most basic guns can breach tank armor. No, don't watch that animation where warriors are fodder. I have to say, the sole reason I have a Necron army is because I spent an afternoon editing a shitpost video of that 10th edition cinematic, and it was amazing. And it's really sold the faction, so I agree with that one. Bro, the Pariah Nexus is a real threat. Trust me.
Well, they didn't write it like that, but sure.
What is the Pariah Nexus?
That's the place where they put all the what are they called?
Pariah Nexus mission
gates. And they've activated them and then like reduce psychic activity, and everyone's like depressed in there.
Yeah, the null zone or whatever.
Yeah, the null zone. Perfect. Yeah, just potential alternates. And another one here. Danny, if there is a Necron Chaos God, theoretically, I don't know why you're yelling at me. What emotion would they represent?
I don't know. Maybe apathy or disdain. Maybe apathy would be a great god, right? Like
the apathy god.
We'll win in the end.
Oh, the Star Child prophecy is coming to life. Whatever.
No big deal.
Let's just go back to sleep. Wake me up when something important happens.
Wake me up when you're all dead.
Wake me up when September ends.
Oh, gross. Oh, I found this.
No, not this.
I found this. And it made me really happy. John. One, because that's not a man in the suit. That's a man in a suit in a suit. So this picture, ridiculous. But for the sakes of the algorithm, Danny, explain how this works when the body looks like that.
Big man smash Xenos. I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's a lot to say here, John, if the guy just fits in there, but that's not actually what happens in these Centurion suits.
Do you think there's a piss flap? And if so, is it on the suit or the suit's suit?
A piss flap? Is that what you asked?
Yeah. Yeah, you just
no, John. I don't know if you know this, but canonically, Space Marines recycle urine inside of their power armor, and they drink it.
So you mean to tell me all the times I've come up against that stupid Vanguard detachment?
Yep, they're all piss drinkers.
Eaten by a bunch of piss drinkers.
Yeah. How does that feel,
to every Vanguard, because the casual LVO meta that I am going to be attending is going to be like 6 months behind. Every Vanguard that I come up against, be like, oh, another set of piss drinkers. Let's go.
You can remind them of that. I think that's important.
Yeah, hey, it's important for me to know. Make sure you're not a tourist. Does a Space Marine drink his own piss? That's how I'm going to really separate the tourists from the real fans.
There's a lot of health benefits to that, John, that are associated with
hydration. Yeah, big deal.
Mm-hmm. Hard to swallow.
It's a self-contained system.
Yeah, this is the hard to swallow pills meme. It's my least favorite meme right now because it's been co-opted by people who make shitty memes. This one here says, even Disney cares more about their integrity or lore integrity than Games Workshop. Thoughts?
I've seen a lot of those Star Wars movies. I don't know if they do.
I have seen Rogue One. I have seen Rise of the Skywalker. They give no shits beyond fuck you, pay me. That's the Disney motto.
Yeah.
And it's shocking. I think it's this meme is just terrible. By the way, Go Broke GW's financials came out and they had a record-setting year again. So
weird
how that happens.
They're being canceled though, dude.
Dude, they're so being canceled because when the people who don't actually buy any models and just print them say they're going to boycott GW, it's really going to hit their bottom line hard.
Yep.
That should have already happened.
Danny, read and answer this question.
The goose. Where was the emperor between 1914 and 1945? And then the goose is chasing a man and says, where was he, in all caps? So he's angry. This goose is upset, like most geese tend to be.
Yeah, I mean, for one, he wasn't in Weimar Republic. I mean, that's for sure.
He could have been. He could have been part of the Ottoman Empire, John.
Don't know what furniture has to do with this.
Good point. Sorry, I must be mistaken.
But what other historical events through history? Because we all know.
Wait, can we go back for a minute? Can you imagine an empire that is their sole production is just Ottomans? Like that's all they make. That's all they do. Their war machines are all designed and shaped like Ottomans. Like
it's the comfiest.
They don't have any
tanks.
chairs, just Ottomans.
Their bombs are destructive, but the initial impact is so soft.
It's just enough to knock you off your feet so you can put them up on, you guessed it,
Another Ottoman.
You then, well, see, it doesn't kill you, but it's the interest rate because once you touched it, it's yours. So like you're really behind on those Ottoman loans.
You're renting that furniture forever.
Oh yeah, rent to own countries. But this is obviously asking the question why the emperor didn't stop World War I and II, which I think we know the reason why is because he wanted them to happen. Yeah, what are other historical events that the Emperor of Mankind manipulated to create future state of 40K?
Krakatoa.
Huge
volcanic eruption. Mount Vesuvius as well. He did that probably.
He did that.
He
put a tape
what else did he do?
In the Watergate Hotel.
The fall of Rome.
Probably January 6th. That was his intention.
He just stood in the crowd and like, my son approached the Capitol.
He actually bought a bunch of houses in 2008, 2009 and caused the financial crisis.
Oh no. That jerk.
He held on to so much GameStop stock a couple years ago.
He had Auramite hands.
Iron Saint in chat saying he murdered Harambe.
Whoa, dude. Josh said that he was in Argentina.
He was in
Argentina. I like that quite a lot.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. But the Emperor was a monster.
Still is.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know.
I need help with this, guys. This was a real struggle for me until I decided to only take models that are at least 6 inches in height. This is the one piece I needed for my artillery crew vanishing into the warp after I drop it on my carpet. How do you, with GW's kits being so intricate and small in the name of defeating 3D printing, how do you find shit you drop on the floor, or even worse, in that little shelf on my belly in between the hoodie folds?
Oh, and it gets stuck in like a fold in the clothes.
Yeah.
Just there. So the first thing I do, John, the big like sweep down my chest just to knock anything loose.
Sweep
the chest down to the belly,
and then listen.
Ignore the balls for now.
Yeah, and listen.
Then
drops.
Go to the floor, turn your flashlight on your phone, and hold it perpendicular to the floor so that it creates shadows on any piece of detritus that's laying down there, and then you can quite quickly find the thing you're looking for.
I'm going to ask you to use smaller words. I work in finance. I don't know words.
Little pieces of shit that you drop on the floor, John.
There we go.
Thanks. Appreciate that. Dickie, do you have a problem holding on to your little bits?
Not generally, no. Usually I kind of hunch over a desk like a Quasimodo, and it falls just where I need it to fall. Right on.
I'm tempted in Only Hands to start a stream with a Where's Waldo style thing where I just hide a model in a bunch of shit and you just got to find it.
All right.
How would you do that to yourself?
Tough ask.
Yeah. Brew Marine.
Danny, LVOs this weekend. Conversion quality is going to be high. What are we looking at right here?
John, this is probably better painted than 99% of the models that you would see come across at LVO. This
It's a
is a
well-painted
Space Marine made from leftover shit bits and glued together. 4 pieces of sprue. There's a shotgun, a knife, a Speaky Space Marine helmet, and a backpack with a glued-on Imperial Eagle glued to 5 pieces of sprue.
I would say
non-metallic as well. Metallic metal too.
non-metallic metals. I would say this is an appropriate proxy for like a Reaver. Honestly,
Yeah, you'd be cool with that.
I'd be cool with that.
I'd be cool with that. Yeah.
Alright.
Just because of I'm gonna behind the curtain here, but mouse up. But just because of these guys right here, that's a lot of painting detail.
It is a lot of painting, and I will be the first to say that the painting is very good.
Yeah, those highlights are box art. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Danny, what gives people feelings of power?
This is a chart that's describing that. The first is money,
Mhm.
second is status, and these
Always
are going in progressively larger order. And then the last one is fist fighting the angry fat guy at the store after I table him with my AdMech army.
What's the angriest you've ever been at an opponent during a game?
It's definitely you.
No,
think
definitely
so.
not.
I've
Definitely
made him
even.
angry during a game, but not to the point where he's very angry. He's just extremely annoyed. I think I've got you too.
There was that one game where I was not super nice to you. I'm still feel bad about that.
It's okay. I'm going to keep reminding
Where
you.
I was
that.
mad that you were stopping me from scoring points, and then I was going to lose the event because of that.
Mhm.
Which was bullshit. No, yeah, probably my friend Ethan, because we're kind of frenemies, and like whenever we would play, and he moved out of state a long time ago. But
Because of this
anytime we would
Because
play
of this
games,
event, yeah.
we would both get very upset, and the judge would have to come watch our tape. Oh no, you know what, John? It's not
Okay.
that. It's when I played fucking Twiceborn at that tournament, and he called me a liar. He called me, like, he said I was like loose with my measurement, and like I was so fucking upset because the judges didn't do anything about it. Like we had to call the game a draw or whatever. Like it was such bull. And I said he was acting like an asshole. Like I told him he's being an asshole right now. So like I don't think I've said that to very many opponents when I'm playing, or I've called them an asshole.
Or for me, when I stopped you from winning by scoring points.
Yeah, but that was like a friendly asshole thing. It wasn't like
how dare you
like,
try to
I think
score
you're an
points.
asshole.
I've had judges
What about you?
come. Well, there's the fake ones, obviously. Like whenever me and Tori, one of the girls up in Alaska, would play, invariably we end up screaming at each other for the first round, like very loudly.
Nice.
But in quite a friendly way. But we're the only two people who know it's in a friendly way. So the judge does come over and tell us, like, we need to stop screaming, please.
Yeah.
There's other people in the store trying to play. And I still remember, I think it was Matt's wonderful face, our RTO up here, when we said okay, and then we just started playing loud Enya music from our phones. In order to, and then we're like, what? We can't scream, we can't play peaceful music, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, what do you want us to do? What am I, a robot?
Yeah, but I think
robot.
like I don't ever get super angry during the game. I get more like disappointed, and kind of like, this is how this is gonna go, huh? Because people get really passionate about it, but I'm not really at the point where I'm like, man, I'm gonna lose this toy soldier game. Maybe if I won more, I would care more. That's a good name for my autobiography.
Maybe.
Dickie, maddest you've been an opponent?
I don't think I've ever. I'm sure people have been frustrated with me, but I don't know if I've been frustrated by their play. Usually, if like the game's going, I play armies that are very like I know what's up kind of thing. So, I would imagine that. No, I honestly cannot think of a time where someone I was super mad or they were super mad.
Very Canadian of you.
That's
Falcon Hunter in chat saying he was annoyed at my opponent who was complaining about my army while he was winning. Yeah, that does piss me
Oh,
off
that's the worst.
when I'm getting my
Okay.
ass handed to me and the guy's being a
Your
whiny little
army's
bitch about it.
so bullshit as you're
Oh, such a bullshit army. Like I have been annoyed because someone's like, "Oh man, that's such bullshit," and I'm like, "You're 40 points ahead and it's round 4. Let's just calm down a second." Oh, okay. This was another fun thing that I found here. It says, "Hey, why don't you goons at Games Workshop ask yourselves, hey, who asked for this model? No one. Why don't you utilize your brains and create models the community is asking for? World Eaters, Raven Guard, Salamanders. Perhaps only if you guys want to make money or a kit that's multi-pose, multi-weapon options. So people buy many of them as we want to customize. Also, whichever writer wrote Heresy 2.0 clearly don't play the game and smell their own facts." I think he meant farts. That's okay. Yeah. Fix your game rather than releasing a new edition with new problems. You don't deserve the devotion the community gives you, as you clearly don't listen or care about your community. Danny, would you say this is kind of like a really good example of a member of the 30K community?
Yeah,
That's a joke.
we did it.
we got there.
Smell their own facts.
Check off. Rip on the 30K community. Dunzo.
Yeah,
Moving
dunzo.
on. What's our next group?
We got to
making
beat
fun
up
of,
on
John?
AOS, I think. Yeah.
Love you, Josh.
Oh, I'm ready for that.
No, their models are too nice. Danny, what are we looking at? This is Warhammer adjacent.
It's a picture of a tape measure. And the one on the 1 inch is written in Sharpie soft, and then at 3.25 inches it's written
hard.
a line and hard. And it says, "Anyone know how to erase permanent marker?"
That is, oh god, I want to do that on my
Hilarious.
measures.
It's very
I
good.
want to do
yeah.
that with my tournament measure. Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
gonna take that. That's my LVO measure. I'm gonna do that too. Yeah.
Oh, that is so funny.
But yeah, Danny, how do you remove permanent marker?
You know, I would think that somebody with this size of a member would have the brain power to be able to fix this, because
Blood's certainly not flowing to the crotch.
right, exactly. I
No.
think that, you know, that blood is going to maintain up here at the brain level, and those should be able to figure this out and kind of like really noodle.
I like the imagery you're giving of just blood being full to the top, but like when you pop a bone, it just starts draining down like a bathtub. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens, John. Do you not know that?
No. The right answer though is dry erase marker. You go over it and it gets it off.
Oh, that is true. That will work.
That's just a fun fact for today.
You could even do isopropyl alcohol if you wanted to take all the marks off.
Look at
You could.
those babies.
Yeah. So for our last little bitty for today,
What's army is that, John?
This is my LVO army. We talked about it a little bit here. We have Big Papa Nick and the accountability buddies. It's the school field trip. I'm a little sad this army tray holder that I got, which is fantastic, lightweight, and fits in a suitcase.
Small.
It is, but it fits my entire army. Fits in in my suitcase, so I can take it with me. Whereas kind of those big trays, like I'm not paying for a check bag for that. Josh, whoever owns that army is a mook. That is true because I own that army. But
John, I'm not banning him for that kind of stuff.
that's
keeps
true.
speaking truth.
So
Yeah.
okay, so is that so? I hate to harp on the whole army tray thing. Is that is it rickety? Like,
No,
like
it's-
if you like walk into it, is it like gonna tumble?
well, buddy, if you walk into anything, it's going to tumble.
Well, I mean,
If you
you're-
walk into the other trays, it's going to fuck stuff up. But no, it's very sturdy. This is a tattoo artist portable studio side thing. Tattoo or a hairdresser. It's like a portable thing. It folds up real small. It's very sturdy. I cut one of my old frontline mats to go on top of it there, and it just lets me wheel things around the hall. It's not actually. Ironstein is asking, is that the FLG TSA approved carrying case? Someone plucked all the foam of that for Necron, so I can't fit my knights in there.
And they're sold out because they're so popular, because it's such an amazing bar.
Well, you definitely go in because it's so incredibly cheap. And whoever's taking over the TSA next week, well, we'll let you know this. If you use the link below, go buy stuff from them and they might make more. But what I want to ask is someone came into our Discord with a fantastic idea to make my weekend a little bit better on the lower tables, and that's the Las Vegas Open bingo card. And Dickie, I'm going to ask you on the fly to add text on top of an image here because I didn't do it at this point. So I'm just kind of preparing you.
Yeah, baby.
Preparing you for this. Vic, if you wish it was $150, that fantastic rolling trade was $41. $60 if you buy it for me at the event. But what we have here, 4x4 square for the Las Vegas Open experience. Now it's my goal over this weekend not to win, not to be terrible, but to complete an entire blackout bingo card. Based on this here, Dickie, you just can't fit all of the boxes with bingo.
Okay, John. Yeah. The first problem that you have here is you've done 4 squares. So is the first one buy and then NGO or like?
No, we're just
like,
we're
how
gonna
do you spell bingo?
We're gonna fill out each of the squares with a different experience, person, or archetype that I'm gonna find, and I'm gonna mark them off as I go.
Okay.
And I'm going for blackout. And I didn't do a 5x5 because I don't want the show to go until 8.
Okay. Like it is, yeah.
Like it is, or whatever time an hour from now is. So, chat, Danny, Dickie, what is my Las Vegas Open experience? What are things that I'm going to see or need to collect off of a bingo card?
Someone complained about terrain.
Oh, classic. Dickie, I wish you had a mechanical keyboard so I could hear that better. Really takes me back to those dangly boy days.
Sorry, I totally didn't listen to Danny. What did he say?
Someone complaining about terrain. Yeah.
Oh. You got it.
Okay. What do we feel about judge calls on the bottom table?
Oh, for God's sakes. Judge calls on the bottom table.
Yeah, okay, sure. You're going to hear about a shitty judge call? That's what you think?
No. It's going to be too hard for me to check up. Here we go. Someone, let's put this into a couple. Iron Stain says someone getting drunk off of booze they snuck in. We'll say smuggled alcohol.
See, see. I'll just add one picture at a time. No big deal here.
Well, I gave you all of 2 minutes notice that you would have to do this.
No, I've identified that I've had 2 minutes.
I think it might have been less than that, but I'm not going to sit here and...
Yeah, no, we got some great, and this is why I was like, I'm going to fill this up, but no. And then what I'm going to do is afterwards, once we get all of these, we're going to enter this into kind of a bingo generation program, and then put it probably on Frontline Community. So if you are going to LVO, you'll have a bingo card.
So what was the alcohol one? Sorry,
it wasn't spelled like that. That's for sure.
Okay, shut up.
There's a second O, buddy.
Alcohol.
Okay, but it's smuggled alcohol, is what you
smuggled said? Alcohol.
Okay. Whoop. Boozed. Sure, that's it.
The smuggled balls.
Yep.
Okay.
Nailed it, dude.
Nailed it. Got it. Chat's also coming in with 12 plus Ys.
Oh, I hate Ys.
The worst. What about, well, see, the last time we went, Danny, there was also a new phenomenon that was also deeply unsettling, which was screams of blood for the blood god.
No one should do that either.
Oh, yeah. You're going to hear someone scream that or wah.
So let's just generalize this to 12 plus army cheers.
Let's stay in wah for now, but yes, sure.
Sure. Perfect.
Go. What's next?
Judge. That's like
you're going to see someone too drunk to play 40K, but is trying anyway.
Too drunk to play 40K. Got it.
Dude, I'm not bringing a mirror. Too drunk to play.
Yes, you are.
Okay, what's next? Thanks
Let's see, what else?
Thanks for this, by the way, John. Too really.
You work best under pressure, bud.
Somebody,
I don't spell better under pressure. Go.
I'm taking this one from the chat. Opponent stinks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's not gonna happen. People wash.
Dude, it wasn't at LVO, but there was that one year that dude shit in his chair while he was playing. You remember that? That fucking happened.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, can it be someone around you though? Like it doesn't necessarily have to be your opponent.
No, you're gonna see someone.
Okay, so what about body odor?
I think you just called dude
Dude
stinks.
stinks.
Probably.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Throw dice.
Okay. This is a key off of yours, Ronnie. This is going to be an unfortunate model breakage or like tragic model breakage.
That's totally gonna happen.
Tragic
Yeah.
model breakage.
Someone's going to tip over a tray. Someone's going to be drunk and like snap a model.
Mm-hmm.
Broke my Wookiee. That could be something different, Dickie.
Yeah, we gotta have fun, right?
I also have to know what this is for when I make the real one.
John, just figure it out, dude.
Figure it out. Okay. Yeah, okay.
We'll have a meeting. We'll do a meeting.
I know
tomorrow.
you've got the blood going to your brain for this, so I think you're good to go, dude.
Yeah.
I'm flagpoled and I have a perfect thought right now. Opponent leaves for a shit during the round.
Oh, that's me. Every round too. Yep. Poop break. Nice. Perfect.
It's an unfortunate, I don't like that you can just type poop break across the screen.
Your opponent is uncomfortably hungover.
Yeah, but that's kind of like too drunk to play, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Drunk. They were drunk at some point. Okay, so what else happened at LVO?
Abandoned model.
No. Oh, some guy coming back to your table asking if you found like a dice or a fucking model.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
Marker or something.
Mm-hmm.
Lost. Model lost and found.
Yeah, model lost and found, like that one. Marc Andre, it is better than so Vic called it a tactical poop. Which I think we're going to change that to tactical poop.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah,
and then Marc Andre said better than not leaving to take a dump, which hard to agree.
Yes, please. Don't do it in your chair. Oh my god.
What about the guy that tells you his lore of his army before you play?
Yeah. Oh, the Fluff Master.
Fluff Master. Iron Saint has another great one. Asks to borrow dice or a tape measure.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Can you imagine going to LVO and not having dice?
Did you remember, Danny, when we did the team tournament that year, and I was not sober at all, and I could not find a tape measure anywhere, to the point where you got so upset at me, you gave me $20 and told me to go buy a fucking tape measure.
No, I don't remember that at all. That happened.
So I went and bought a tape measure, and then I came back. I gave you your change. I don't want it. Okay, whatever. I'm about to enjoy my little bucket of beers, and I lost the tape measure.
Oh.
Yeah,
that was the same year as the bathroom gummy, right? That was the same year that.
No, different year. Different year.
We're not telling that story.
No,
yeah.
Oh, I kind of want that story now.
We'll tell you off air. It's not fair, and if you meet me in Vegas, I'll tell it to you. But I've seen Danny really upset at me, I think twice, and that was one of those times. But luckily, it went away within an hour. The Fluff Master. He definitely left a tape measure in my hotel room before. Shops aren't always open. Round 1.
Round 3 drops.
Oh, what about the guy? What about the guy that spilled the drink on the table?
Round 4. Spills on table. Yep.
Oh yeah, spill the beer on the table. That's a good one.
And then Iron Saint coming in strong here as well. Blames loss on bad luck.
Oh my God, Vicky, that is the best idea ever. I love that.
I'm gonna go
Do
in.
you guys bring flappy sticks, the red measuring sticks,
Oh,
for the person who
whipper
asked for a
sticks?
tape measure?
Oh my
Here's
God.
my punishment to you for not bringing the tools that you
Well-
need. You have to use the shittiest tape measure in the
What
way to
if-
measure things on the
'cause
planet.
I have an old world box in there, and I think those didn't come with whippy sticks.
I think
What if
so.
I-
I think they do, yeah.
What if I played the entirety of LVO, all 6 rounds I'll be allowed to play, just with whippy stick?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, dude, that is the coolest idea ever, especially for that army. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
Hold
Because
on.
I don't really
What I
need
would
to know
say,
longer than 12 inches.
bring a tape measure as just in case your
And
opponent
the
gets
idea is so
pissed
good
at
it
you.
muted Danny.
Like, because I could see it happening, like someone just being a real dick.
Well, I'd have a backup tape measure. You know what I could just do with a whippy stick? It's like the GW product.
You
I'm
can't
allowed
stop
to use
me.
GW product.
Didn't they put it in the Horus Heresy box?
Oh
The
yeah.
whippy sticks?
Yeah, all right. I
They
got
did.
some whippy sticks somewhere. I'm gonna whippy stick it.
Oh, look, yeah, we've got a deep collection.
Yeah, because my Lancer is going to move 12 straight forward and then 2-inch pivot, so it can be
Oh,
within
yeah, for
6
sure.
inches of a bunch of brigands. So I only need to move 12.
Dickie, accusations of cheating.
Oh,
Does that actually happen?
oh, Ronnie, I do have a cloth tape measure as well. That's really tempting. I can just say that I need to really measure my turns accurately.
I did actually witness some guy ask that his opponent doesn't use dice because he believed they were loaded. That was pretty intense.
I've had an opponent I argued with, and I told him I don't like dice rolling apps personally. It removes the tactile fun of the game for me when my opponent does it.
Yeah.
And I argued with my opponent for like 5 minutes because he didn't want to use dice. He just wanted to use an app. And I'm like, no.
Those stupid dice roller app?
Yeah, well, it was like the official GW one. And I'm like, no, we can't use that one. He's like, well, then I'm going to clock out because there's no way I can roll my aggressor dice in time. I'm like, well, I guess you better not take that army list then if you can't play it. And he didn't like it when I said that. But I mean, it's the truth. If you can't roll your dice, then buddy.
Yeah. I played him at the same event.
Mhm.
It was because that was an Iron Man event, John.
Yeah, he got really mad about it too.
Yeah.
And that's
Talked
cheating at
out.
an Iron Man event because you got a wrist strength as part of it. So do we got Flames losses on bad luck?
Do we have that? That's a good one.
Yeah, Flames losses on bad luck.
Oh, jeez. That's big.
I would have won, but you rolled all those sixes.
I would have won if only you hadn't scored more points than me, is the unique thing.
Fuck, dude. What a fucked up thing to do. How could you play the game?
How dare you?
Well, my army gets called too powerful. Because I've had that happen
Livestream
to me.
gamble is too close to cheating, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Let's be honest, John's not going to be on the list.
No.
No,
John. That's true. Yeah.
BCP misfire.
Issues with BCP.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so easy.
That's
easy money right there.
It's easy money right there. And so the goal is I'm going to take a picture whenever any of these happen.
Oh.
And then on Tuesday, because I'm flying back on Monday, probably horribly hungover, this will be a really easy show for me to throw together. Because we'll just go through the bingo time.
Okay, so we got someone complains about train. We got someone smuggles booze in. I'll spell that later. 12 plus WAs or stupid sanes, army sanes. Too drunk to play or too hungover to play. Dude stinks. You broke my Wookiee or you broke my model. Poop break, but we're gonna name that something better. The model lost and found. Hey man, did you see my objective marker? I left it here. Dude, can I borrow a tape measure? The fluff master. Some guy spills a beer on a table. You cheated or you have loaded dice or something like that. Lame loss on bad luck. BCP issue, which is basically free. Yeah, what's next?
I had one, but then I completely forgot it. Shit, I'm really mad because it was a good one too.
Oh. Sorry, brother.
Oh, that's gonna happen, Mark. It's just, I mean, that's basically how I win all my games. Creative rules lawyer.
Fucking Eldar players, yeah.
Oh, this is the one I had. Only tournament they've played in this year.
Oh,
yes.
One and done, baby. Yep.
Yeah, it's one tournament a year player. Oh, and then Iron Saint with like, God, you've come in with so many good ones. You can just write this next year.
Yeah.
Is going to be Warhound Titan.
Oh, that guy always comes.
Pickle?
Is Pickle
So Pickle always plays.
Olive? What?
Yeah,
What?
he just plays a Warhound all the time. If he comes to a tournament, he just brings one model.
I do like something about screaming opponents. Oh, Borrowed Army. No, okay, so now we need to look, because Borrowed Army is a good one, but shit conversions. But also I feel bad about, hey, I don't like your army. Can I take a picture of it?
Yeah, can I take a picture of this?
I mean,
but yeah, so Borrowed Army is good.
oh, what about if they fuck up? Are you gonna stay for the awards?
Oh no.
Because they often fuck that up. So they fucked up the awards. I don't know if that matters. That's a long.
They get weird.
That's a long grind.
There's a lot of yelling, and people take their shirts off.
Yeah,
they're AOS players.
I will say, I do have a friend of mine coming into Vegas to hang out that Sunday, so I probably will be at a bar at that point.
What about I didn't watch the GW previews?
Oh, like a hipster?
Yeah, no one watches the DW.
That is insane.
Oh, what about 3D printed army?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
downvoting people makes a good point. Hey, you smell. Let me get a picture of you. Why don't you just take a selfie in that case, John?
Oh, some of these are absolutely good to be selfies with stories.
Yeah, okay, cool.
No, is 3D printed army the really last one? Shirtless? Oh, I have played a yeah.
Pop that shirt off.
Yeah, shirtless is good.
Shirtless. This is
how about American flag themed clothing?
Oh, that always happens. You guys always do that shit.
What's that?
Wear American apparel, like American flag.
Hey, look,
apparel.
don't lump John in with me, all right?
You're the same thing.
No, he's not.
You don't
he's
see
a
me
very
coming
proud
around with
like
Tim Horton's fucking shorts and stuff. That's not like.
When you go to an event every year where you wear a shirt that says Team Canada.
Oh, that's a jersey. Different.
Oh, dude, yeah, play an opponent with a team jersey.
Oh yeah, team jersey. Oh, perfect. I remember the guy I played the tourney last month. He came out today. I was like, "Oh, I'm playing a jersey today, huh?"
Shirts or skins, baby.
Dude, okay, I think this is solid.
Yeah, did he take it well?
Oh yeah. He absolutely whooped my ass. So he earned the right to be a shirt player. Man, I love it. All right, take a screen cap, Dickie.
Okay, don't move. And we'll refine it. We'll get someone smart enough to type.
Yeah, we'll refine it.
I'll get the thumbs up too. There you go.
We'll put it on our Discord. We'll put it on our Discord. We'll share it about. We want the genuine Las Vegas Open experience. Because I find
that is it, man. If you did all those things, you've been to LVO.
We've talked about having the right kind of expectations when going to these mega events, and kind of going in. I know I'm going to top out 3-3. I think that's going to be a really good weekend if I do 3 wins, 3 losses. But how else can I enjoy myself there? Because if I put all my enjoyment on winning and losing games, it means half my weekend is going to be shit.
Because you should be spending the other half of that where you're not doing that, hanging out with people and spending time
exactly
with people.
So I think this is a great list of things, and this is going to help me tell the story of the Las Vegas Open 2025. Tales from the Bottom is what we're going to call Tuesday's episode. Oh, well, one thing I will say here as I move this on and ruin Dickie's life.
Oh, for God. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my god, can you fix this?
I try. It's
Amateur
just
hour
one
over
at
here.
a time, bro. Because one at a time. No big deal.
I can't even remember what it's going to bring up now because I ruined Dickie's life. But that's fantastic.
We love you, Dickie.
We love you.
Don't.
Thank you for all of your hard work on making me a bingo card so I can have fun.
You're welcome.
Yeah, boys. Anything else you want to bring up?
Oh, good
No,
luck, man.
hey, check out Old World Charm if you're interested in some old world content.
Yeah, great. Wonderful.
And just to show how old world his content is, currently he's on a 24.4 connection.
Dude, what is going on? I'm like
Yeah,
800 kilobytes a second, dude. It is wild.
I think Old World Charm is slightly delayed because I think you guys want to, I guess, really dig into some data that just came out, right? So yeah, we're a bit delayed.
That may not be for a bit.
Yeah.
This Saturday, it might be a slightly truncated only hands, as I will be in Vegas. Dickie and possibly some special friends will be along to continue with Demon Prince, paint some models, do some things. But I do plan on dialing in using this little magical black box.
What?
It's a cellular telephone.
Wow.
And I will be providing hands-only updates. So I need to figure out.
Nice.
I need to figure out how to get it around sort of my neck and just
Body
camera style.
I think the big thing that I'd want to see is if you're able to get like shots of people's like cool ass armies. I think
That'd be
Okay. Yeah. So Saturday night, you want me to go army creeping?
Yeah, like real creepy
Yeah.
though. Like really creepy. Yeah.
Get in there, smell their models.
Yeah. Take your shirt off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pop them pecs, buddy.
Yeah, dude, I got it. Titties more like.
Pop those titties.
But yeah, so only hands. We're going to do some LVO stuff while Dickie hobbies, possibly some special guests along the way. And then next Tuesday, we'll be back for the Las Vegas Open recap, the most casual recap for the world's most casual event. As we go through our bingo card, as you experience my weekend in pictures, and hopefully I remember some stuff that happened.
Yeah, join. If you're not on our Discord, you really should join. Join the Discord. We're gonna put up the bingo card and maybe take that bingo card to a GT or RTT. I guarantee you'll get some of those things.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll take it with me this weekend if you put a copy out. I'll do it.
We'll do that
at my
Actually,
tournament.
do it. And then on February 1st, we'll be releasing to the Discord the Tech Priest Dickie STL. So if you want to 3D print your own technical support and help you in games, join the OnlyFans.
Room After Dark has a line of miniatures now, folks.
Yeah,
Think
we're
about
starting
that
a
for
miniature
second.
line because fuck it.
Insane. It's insane.
And it turned out really good. More
looks
stuff we
awesome.
want to do. We'll probably get one of these guys. We'll probably try and get a Serval done.
Oh yeah.
I think that'll be rad. We're probably going to get the Wingdings dice as an STL.
Love that.
As that is the most cost-effective way. As we don't want to spend $1,000 on a joke, but we'll spend a couple
So
hundred.
expensive.
And then any other kind of probably a TV screen or two. We'll see. We'll maybe make it like an advent calendar where you build your own Grim set.
It would be crazy to have like us in like Space Marine armor or something dumb like that. It'd just be like just so much funny. Like it would be so good. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
If they can do Ben
Just our
Stiller,
heads.
if they can do Ben Stiller,
If you
they can
can
do our heads.
3D print a Mikey head from Hellstorm, you can 3D print John and Danny.
Yeah.
head. It's easy.
Maybe
Oh, the scale is way, way larger.
Danny would be a dreadnought carapace. Just
that's nice.
would look like the bad guy.
Oh, I
from
just meant our
RoboCop
heads
2.
are really big, John.
I was gonna say you'd make a dreadnought look like the bad guy from RoboCop 2. But I am off to pack everything up for my trip to Vegas in 2 days. So for Grim After Dark, I've been John.
I've been Danny.
And I've been Dickie.
And we'll see you soon, probably. Come see me. I say hi in Vegas or don't. I'll leave it at that.
You should take a selfie with John.
Don't do that.
Take a lot of selfies. Make sure to shake his hand too. It's the best.
Don't do that.
He likes to be touched.
Bring Purell.
All right, bye guys.
In the grim dark future there's no time for fun, but when the day's battles are said and done, John, Danny, and Dickie are here for a laugh. In a galaxy torn, they're the ones with the craft. It's grim after dark where the bolters spark, where dreadnoughts nap and orcs embark. Tune in, grab a pint, and don't be late for Tales of Heresy.